Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today I came here to review, of course, probably the biggest game launch of the year, next to Fallout 4. So let me first off by saying that the game succeeds on many levels. Yes, it's good, it's simplistic, I like it, I have fun with it. But let me tell you that it also fails on many levels before I get to my final score, and of course I give it a judge. So, where the game succeeds is feeling you totally immersed. And this gameplay in the background is a extreme round I hadn't endured. Now, this video I originally put it for 22 minutes. However minutes you guys see, you guys already see these two amazing clips I have coming up. So, the game is absolutely awe-shocking when it comes to graphics. And the sounds of the game, it's absolutely beautiful. Like the sounds of I'm just trying to think. Lightsabers. Some voice actors aren't too so good though. Blasters, of course, they sound authentic. And TIE fighters, A-wings, X-wings, so on and so forth. They're all amazing. So, in that perspective, the game flies. Especially in the sound department, it absolutely flies. This is, DICE we're talking about here. Always good with sounds. And the graphics department, it's absolutely, unbelievably amazing. It works like... It works like no other game I know of. It's absolutely amazing. Graphics wise, like when you see the explosions, they're really explosions. They're really explosions. Like when you hear the hum of a light or see a lightsaber go through someone, or you see the blaster bullets deflected away from it. It's absolutely like awesome. Just that awe feel to it, you know? And I really like the game, and I do. And I'll tell you some other points that I think are really good about it. Like, the gameplay is really fun. The gunplay is absolutely unbelievably fun. Like, it is fun to just move around and get to play as whoever. As you can see right here, I mean, I'm playing as a Celestin. You know, the guy who is sitting next to Lando over in Episode 6 in the Millennium Falcon. It's awesome. Just some of the customization, I mean, they're crappy, but like, I like them. You know, it's different for everybody, but I'm more of an in-between person on this game. So, let me continue on with the gameplay. I like the whole star card idea. The star card idea, for those who are just watching the review, don't know anything about the game, is what you see in the bottom right-hand corner there. You have two normal ones, so you can have like a jetpack and a cannon, or a sniper and a grenade, or two grenades, but I'll move on to that later. And a charge card, where you can put like a shield, or an explosive shot, or a... trying to think of other options here. Ion shot, stuff that would tactically help you in the middle of battle. Like, say you needed to get the hell out of there, personal shield. Say you wanted to just go for it. You know, you just wanted to go out and just destroy you have a flank, destroy an entire squadron. You're probably better with an explosive shot, you know. It just depends what certain situation you have. The charge card is pretty good. However, with this, there is a few problems. Now, I'll tell you a few good things, and I'll get back to the problems, but the main problem is the grenade spam in this game. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about it once I get into more of the gameplay of what I rather think about it. The hero gameplays like we have here, if you're really skilled, which I'm pretty good at the game. At least I tend to think so. I mean, I have my shitty moments here and there, but we're good. Excuse my French. Well, I'm good, I think. It's amazing. Like, you get to look at a lightsaber, fly around with the lightsaber, jump around with the lightsaber, cut down people with a lightsaber, force push people, throw a lightsaber, use a saber rush. It's awesome. The feel of the game. However, my like the thing I like the most is the heroes, and that's because I'm a huge fan of like Jedi and Sith sort of thing, and like getting to use the lightsaber, you feel like it doesn't feel like as coordinated as you think it would be for like a next gen title, but I understand like it's going for a more arcadey feel, like I go for it. So overall on the good parts, it has like good gunplay, amazing sounds and graphics, like the best I've seen in any shooter up to date. Let me see. And like variety in gameplay and the variety in guns, awesome. Completely cool. Alright, so now time to move to the part where I turn into an absolute bitch about the game. So the part where I get very angry at the game is, of course, let's talk about grenade spam, because it's here in the game. So grenade spam is absolutely outrageous. There are too many damn nades in this game. The amount of nades flown are equivalent to Operation Locker. That's it. That's all I have to say. It's equivalent to Operation Locker, like even more so maybe, because in this game, so long as you're alive, you get unlimited grenades. They just cool down. So you could put a thermal detonator in an impact, and that's it. Or you could even put barrage in an impact, which is that's a dick combo, especially because you have barrage, which shoots out 3 mini grenades that'll kill a person if they're close enough to all 3. Then you have the impact that's an automatic kill, and thermal detonator has like it's like a frag grenade, but it's just like there's too many combinations of just complete screwery with people, or like cheese kills. That's the way I want to put it. Cheese kills. That's like there are too many ways of that in this game for me to like give it a god score, like a 10 or a 9.75 or something like that. The nade spam is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm going to also go into gun balance and that kind of thing. That's not so good either. For the majority of the games I play, especially now with the new Jakku DLC, it's a bit laggy, but for the majority of games I played without the without pre-patch, because some of the guns got weirded out, or maybe it's just connection today. With the regular patch, we have... I'm sorry, I can't think today. We have the DL44, which is a 2-shot. There's the E11, which is a 3-shot. Oh, the DL44, by the way, is the $10 gun that if you spend $10 more, you get it early. And it takes a bit of time to get to level 25, but it is absolutely obnoxious what you can do with the thing. I mean, it's a one-shot headshot. You pop explosive shots on it, and it becomes a one-shot headshot at further range, along with splash damage, right? It's just like, there are too many combinations of stuff in this game, for my personal opinion, that really fuck people over. Like, that really just mess people up, and it angers me every day. Like, it honestly, like, gets to me and all that. So, yeah, you know what, that's all I'll go into balance for now. And you guys can hear a little bit of the sounds right here, iconic sounds, because I got something to do. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call, and I wanted you guys to listen to some of the in-game sounds. Now, you know that this is edited and all, and that I'm too stupid, but I had way too much like commentary before this to actually redo it. So, back to my point. Let's see. Where was I? I was talking about the game balance. So, the last touch-up I'll put on game balance is that there are a few too imbalanced guns. Like the DL44 and the E11 are my like 2 biggest GERs, and the T21. Those 3 are just ridiculous. So let's move on. Let's talk about like actual modes and content with the game, because that's another big gripe with the game. I don't have too much of a problem for it though. For this being a multiplayer game, in my opinion, it has 13, well, now it has 15 different maps, and that's cool. Like, I think it's cool, but it's a little, like, lackluster. If you count Battlefield's double maps, because they were just the same map, if you count those different maps as all different maps, it began with 20, and it got a total of 25 free, but that was across 2 years. We already have 15, and it's 2 weeks into launch, I think. I got it for pre-ordering the game, the Battle of Jakku DLC, which is free for everyone next week. So, I'm getting kind of off a track, but let me get back more back to it. All right, so more problems that I have with the game is the spawns in this game are ridiculously silly. They're absolutely predicted. It doesn't matter if you're driving in a X-wing or a TIE fighter. You can, as soon as you spawn, take it out. In many cases in this game, I spawn in dead because the spawns don't work, and for that reason, my kill death has not been too good for the last several videos. You're like, why should kill death matter in this game? It's a party game. It's an arcade game. Well, it's because I know I'm good. I win most gunfights, but it has been absolutely ridiculous the last couple of days with many people unlocking the most ridiculous combinations, like Barrage and all that, and just cheesing you. Pulse Cannon's another cheese, but we won't get too much into other, like, easy ways to just die, just outright. Like the Smart Rocket, the Thermal Imploder, all that kind of stuff. But we can talk more about spawns. Spawns are horrible in this game. Like, they're so bad. For example, one game, the last game I played right before making this recording, is I was sitting on the new map, Giant Wasteland, something along the lines of that. I don't know, I didn't play it too much today. One of the new maps, and we were the rebels. Now, the map is completely rebel-sided, except for whenever you have stupid teammates, like absolutely stupid teammates, which is another problem I'll bring up. So, with the teammates, of course, right, I was running around, but after they captured the middle point in Supremacy, every time I would spawn, I would instantaneously die. Like, I would spawn in, die. Spawn in, my friend would come over in a TIE fighter, die. Die. At the end of the round, I only went good because I ended up getting a hero power-up, killing like 3 people as it, because I got hit by a TIE fighter. Kind of ridiculous. Anyways, let's continue. Let me just keep off the spawns for now, because I don't want to get too much into a round. All I know is that they need to be changed, like, very quickly, or the game will go downhill fairly fast. So, other bad things with the game are maps. Certain maps are absolutely ridiculous. They're completely sided towards either the Rebellion or the Imperials, and like, that gets me mad because you can't control which team you're on, especially in this game. In Battlefield, you could at least switch. I mean, I would still have a problem with it then, but in this game, I especially have a problem with it because it's ridiculous. One team gets an advantage. Like, in the new DLC, especially, there's an advantage to the Rebel side. When the Rebels first spawn on either Supremacy or the Turning Point mode or Walker Assault, it is obnoxious because you get all the power-ups as soon as you spawn. However, on the Stormtrooper side, they're in the midst of combat. That's not fair. Anyways, a few other gripes I have with the game are, the overall, the casualness isn't a bad thing. It's just, it can be taken advantage of so much. Like, there aren't certain ways you could prevent to die. You can get yourself out of a gunfight. You can get yourself out of maybe a hero fight. No, especially a hero fight you can get out of. But you can't prevent yourself from getting orbital striked on or walking just enough into a thermal imploder's range, getting naded around the wall, smart rocketed, easy gunned, or a DL-44 two-shot because, you know, DL-44. So, a little bit more, I'll explain a little bit more of how I feel the like the content is in the game. I completely forgot that's where I was. Yeah, it's all over the place in this video. I'm a bit tired today. So the content of the game comes with 9 modes. Well, 5 really that I play, 4 aren't too good. Let's see, what else is there? With this game, there are 15 maps that I was talking about, all of which were beautifully designed, of course, for the graphics, but the maps are a bit unbalanced, I will say that, and the customization is, I mean, because it's more of a copy and paste thing, and it's really bad, like the customization for the actual character looking. But the emotes, I don't mind, because I actually find them really funny, and I use them all the time, like as much as I can use them. And like this game is just, it has like a sturdy, a bad foundation on just certain parts, you know, certain parts that would be obvious to a budget cut or something along the lines, if that makes any sense. Like cutting back on money just to make the game cheaper. Now, what I don't agree with here is that there wasn't enough single player for me, really. I'm a huge single player fan. Now, unfortunately, I don't like too many single player games, and then here it completely fails. Like, don't buy this for the single player whatsoever. For the single player, we have missions, that's what they're called. I'm just trying to think. We have 4 survival missions, which are lazily done. They're not too good, but what we do have is we have survival missions aren't too good. Sorry, I keep on repeating myself. We have battles, and battles are just like you multiplayer offline, but they aren't like what they would be in the old Battlefront 2 or Battlefront. It's not single player really. With the tutorials, you get some fun out of, and they help you train up, and I like to go just back to them just to like kill some enemies, especially in the dark side missions. Just throwing your saber as Vader is pretty fun, but the single player missions can get kind of challenging, can actually get really challenging, but yeah, they're just lacking here. But something I will say is just like the game is good, because you know what? Let me just stop where I'm at right now. Let me just wrap everything up all in one shot. So, what do I think about the game? I think about the game is that well, I can't talk. What I think about the game is that it's good. It's really good. It's unbelievably good. In certain parts of the game, like it's fun. If there weren't so many problems with it, I could give it a higher score, which I'll give it in a minute, fairly soon. My main dislikes with the game are the spawns, the imbalance, and like the clunkiness of some controls, and you know, just bad matchmaking. Matchmaking is another problem that I didn't really want to go into. And some teammates, like, there's no communication in the game, which really sucks. But the points where the game succeeds is it succeeds on a high level. It succeeds on gunplay, sounds and graphics, and all that measurement. So the score I'll give the game is a whopping 8 out of 10. No, let me take a step back. 7.5 out of 10. And that's what I'll give it, a 7.5 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and hopefully the review.